I'm Michael Allen, and for years, people have asked me, you've got to share some of your stories in a book. You got to share them online, on radio, on a talk show. You need your own podcast. Well, finally, we put something together here for you. We called it the Michael Allen Podcast, of course. Also picked up this neat little sign. I like it because of the colors on it. It looks pretty cool. It's not an indicator to go drink. We don't support that here, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So wherever you're going, driving, coming, going, or whatever, I hope you find this entertaining. It's not, it's 500 somewhere. Somebody online thought it said it's 500 somewhere. There's a colon there because it's 5 o'clock somewhere. But I hope you enjoy some of this content. We're going to be putting together things that's going to be encouraging. We're going to hear about some stories about people getting out of recovery, addictions. So it's going to be some spiritual-based content coming for you. A lot of things that are just going to be entertaining, but a lot of things that's going to be pretty meaningful as well, too. So stick around. I know you'll find something here for you that you'll enjoy. So we're filming a lot of content here lately. We're just trying to get the lighting situated. We're trying to get some editing things in sync here. My editor's working hard behind the scenes, doing what she does best, putting some real good clips together to make this thing presentable and enjoyable. So we're just sharing a bunch of stories here in no particular order from Columbus, Ohio. Then later on, we'll go to Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I lived there for some time too. But when I first moved to Columbus, Ohio, of course, I'm coming here from all the way down from Cleveland, Tennessee, Southeast Tennessee. It was a culture shock for me just to be in a city that big. I know Columbus is not New York City, but it's a decent sized city, especially if you're coming from a small town where I'm from. With going up north, there was a lot of Yankees up there, and I had not ever been around a whole lot of Yankees. And a lot of Yankees had not been around some folks from the South. So there was also a buddy of ours that lived down in our dorms. There was Ben from Alabama. There was Ben from West Virginia. There was Ben from Indiana. And then there was Josh from Knoxville, Tennessee. And that's how he pronounced it. Big Josh was from Knoxville. So there was a group of us, you kind of hang around wherever you're from. And we just kind of figured out, hey, here's a group of us here that's all from the South. Kind of makes sense to hang around each other until you get to know other people that live in the dorms. And one day, me and one of the Bens from the Deep South, we were going to, I'm pretty sure it was a Burger King, right there on Tussing Avenue, now closed. But we went through the drive-thru. I ordered something, and he ordered something, and he just wanted ice water. So he tells the girl, give me an ice water. He's ordering ice water, but he pronounces it ice water, ice water. And she says, excuse me? What? Well, he's just going to say it louder because he's had this accent his entire life. He doesn't know what it sounds like. It sounded worse than that. He has no idea. So he's just going to say it louder and louder. And so the girl, and so as you know, folks from urban areas, for whatever reason, their personalities are a bit more assertive than some of us other folks. So she's coming through the loudspeakers like, excuse me? Don't you dare talk to me like that. How about you come up to the window and say it to my face with your ice water? And so he has no idea what's going on. Well, I mean, I figured out it there in a couple of minutes. I'm like, oh my God, our accents are so terrible. It sounds like he's saying something else to her. It was pretty funny. You had to be in there. And even though we got to the girl that was working the window and she could see that we were from down south, I don't think she got it. I don't think she found it funny at all, unfortunately. But folks from up north, very different, especially back then. There was a little bit of a culture shock. People coming up from the South, I think, they were just used to just a lot of people being from the Columbus area, or at least up north. Because one of the housekeepers that was working at the hotel, when we met, she called me Jethro from the Beverly Hillbillies. Tall, skinny, white dude with a terrible, terrible Southern accent. And so I was known as Jethro. Or what was the other name they had? Jethro. Oh God, what's the other name? Anyway, Jethro. It was humorous because it was a term of endearment. I mean, they loved me, but yeah, Jethro and something Jethro White, something cracker. Yeah, you probably can't say that now, but it was funny back then. They didn't mean it bad at all. It was quite humorous. But anyway, so they called me Jethro when I started at the hotel. They were not from the South, nor had they visited the South. And I don't think they were used to a lot of white people working there, period. But good place to work. We had a lot of fun.